Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I bought a new PC, and unfortunately that means that my win streak is gone, and also that all the things that are in like the little post-it to the top left are also gone, and I have no more Eden tokens, because it didn't pick up my save file for some reason. So we're gonna do something else. Fortunately, one thing you can do in Isaac is go to this screen and press Alt F2 and then you'll have a save file that has all of your achievements. But it also registered it as never having died and never having like won this several times in a row. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to hit the random button. We're just going to play whatever. And I'm just going to try to get some stats back. So I hope you all are happy about that. I'm just going to play some Isaac. Maybe people will like it, maybe people won't. Either way, I'm just here to have some fun. And I hope you all enjoy it too. Today we're going to be playing as Judas. And I honestly haven't played as Judas in a bit. It's a tricky one, because you start off with a lot of damage, but also very low amount of health. And that low amount of health can very easily kill you in the early basement floors. This is just a room with chests that I can't do anything with. But fortunately you do start off with the Book of Belial as well, which is quite useful against bosses. If I had a bomb I could have blown up a tinted rock and gotten that heart over there, which would have been nice, but you know, that's just the way it is. I'm just going to use the Book of Belial here, because it only takes 3 rooms to charge, and we're going to get 2 charges back the moment we clear this, because it's a big one. So I might as well do that. And with the flat penny, we have a chance to get coins every time, or keys rather, every time we pick up a coin. So far this run's looking pretty good, but again, starting off with 1 health means the run can effectively die anytime you get a really, really bad room. So I'm just gonna hope that's not the case. But also, like, in a way, I'm gonna have to try to get, like, there we go. Gonna have to try to, like, do specific things like Mega Satan and Boss Rush as well, so I should probably try to play a little bit quicker than I usually do, just to reach like certain things in time. But at the same time, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. The thing about this, right, is I've already unlocked everything, it just doesn't say I have. So really my main motivation, and that's just really, really nice. My main motivation to try to unlock things now is just for the sake of having it show up on my save file again. So it's like I'm not actually getting anything useful for it, it's just really just cosmetic. But also if the next expansion comes out for the Binding of Isaac, whatever it's going to be called, I keep forgetting the name of it. It would actually be kind of nice to have like a regular save file as well, due to the fact that it might just automatically unlock some stuff rather than not, you know? Like maybe something is tied to a win streak. I mean, if my win streak is 0, then it's not going to be unlocked. So I'd rather just see if I can get a more regular save file. And I could have just started off from the start, but the thing about starting Isaac from the start, right, is that you have to do everything again. And the main thing that involves is killing Mom's heart 10 times before you can actually continue to the rest of the game, and it's super tedious. That's just garbage. Would have been nice if I found a bomb anywhere on this floor. I do have 4 keys, so I could check out my shop and hope for a bomb that's on sale, because I don't think I really have any other way of trying to do it. Also, because I like basically reinstalled everything, my recording setup is a little bit different, so things look a little bit different. That's just why it is. Like, things might just be a little bit misaligned, and you might notice it, you might not. I'm not really gonna focus on it too much, because I think it looks fine, but, you know, it's a new recording setup, new me, and it's always a little bit of a fiddly situation. Either way, we're leaving Basement 1 with a whole bunch of health. A speed up, which is always nice. Just any movement speed increase at the start is actually not too terrible, even though, like, Judas moves reasonably fast on his own. Like, it's more or less just a default movement speed of, like, 1, I think. And you don't need it as much, but it's still nice to just be able to run around like this, you know? So I'm pretty happy with how things are going so far. Mostly I'm just happy to have gotten a whole bunch of soul hearts. It was pretty lucky that there was a soul heart on sale as well, so we could buy that with the 3 coins that we still had. And we're finally getting some bombs, with right next to a tinted rock. And seeing as we still have that flat penny, I'm not really too concerned with losing out on keys here, so... So far, so good. Wouldn't have minded a little bit more health, but as it stands, like, this is a decent amount of health to get through the run with, so not too worried. Plus, we got a neat little hat. The nice thing about playing as Judas is you just get a cool hat. Not most other characters don't get cool hats, and you know, this is really where his strength lies. Also, I need to get used to stuff again. Everything it's just been a bit wacky. It's a wacky time. This is the first time that I'm actually gonna record a video that, if all goes well, goes out tomorrow, because I just have nothing else left. So I'm gonna have to actually try to do something here. That does also relate to a couple of... That's actually pretty good. This actually rerolls pedestal items that can be very useful. Like, I've had some attempts at recording, and I've had interesting results, where one time the recording was just a black screen. That was good. And then another time, after getting... That was before I even got, like, this computer, and then... That's just total garbage, but I can re-roll that with the 4. Like, there was another time where I tried to record and just recorded the wrong monitor. Like, I always use Shadowplay to record stuff, and right now I'm using OBS Studio because I can't get Shadowplay to work on this thing. For some reason, it either records the other monitor or nothing, no matter what I do, so... Like, the internet is filled with people saying, just put your main monitor on the one you want to record, and it doesn't work. It just records my left monitor for some reason, and I can't actually speak into the microphone and look to the left at the same time, so... yeah, we're just gonna try something else and hope it works out. So far, it seems like OBS Studio is working pretty well for this kind of stuff, though, so I'm excited to see if it's gonna work out in the long run. Anyway, gonna fight Little Horn over here. Little Horn, always the best boss in the world, because you can just stand menacingly and he'll just run into the fire. You don't even have to shoot a tear if you do things right, so... it's a good fight. This is a champion version, so he's gonna throw a few more bombs than usual, but overall I'm not overly concerned. I'm gonna start throwing bombs now, though, or tears rather, because... Oh, it actually hit me with the bomb. The only downside of that particular bomb that he throws... Oh my god, that's so good. The main downside with the one like bomb that he throws when he's a champion is that it's like a fire bomb, and that actually deals contact damage, and I tend to forget about that. So I can get 2 items here. If I get the dead cat, then it's gonna give me another bread heart. So I could... None of this really leads to anything, so it might actually be just worth to not take any of this. Yeah, this is more or less garbage, but at the same time, I'm probably gonna have to pick up stuff again, I think. Let's just see if we can re-roll everything and then still get into our devil deal. That would be really cool. It's reasonably unlikely, but not impossible. Also, there's an item on sale there, and while the spider is fine, especially just because it leads to a transformation, I'd like to see if I can re-roll it into something else, because I think it'll still be on sale after I re-roll it, so that could be pretty good. I'm just hoping that the other item that's in the shop isn't going to be something that I actually want, because I cannot afford it. There we go. Get another key, just in case. Might as well take the ace of diamonds, because we got no real reason not to. And actually gonna take the battery. Why not? I don't think there's really enough consumables on this floor to re-roll with my ace of diamonds, but still, it, you know, could be nice. That's just really strong. Like, my tear rate's going down, but I got penetrative tears. I got cool sides. This didn't re-roll. Alright, fine. I guess I'll take Spider Buddy. Have the little spider walk around, occasionally deal some status effect things. Also... No, this actually said the same as well. I guess it's really just pedestal items, huh? I kind of figured it would be, like, things that could be pedestal items, you know? Like, you could put those things on a pedestal and I'd still appreciate them. But for some reason, I guess it doesn't re-roll that with the 4. Also, with Spider, I never take this item. I forgot that it even shows health, but yeah, it does. That's pretty cool. Just gonna do this room. I was kind of hoping to use the ace of diamonds here, provided that I didn't get a whole bunch of coins, but then I just got a whole bunch of coins anyway. So it's like, well, I guess I don't need to. I could re-roll all of this, I guess. That's a little bit annoying. There's a secret room here. Very unlikely, but not impossible, I suppose. There you go. The nice thing about the Ace of Diamonds is that it re-rolls like chests as well, even when they're opened. As long as the open chest is still on screen. Like the moment you leave the room, the open chest disappears, but until then, you can just re-roll it with one of those cards, and I never really do that, so I should probably be doing that a little bit more. Just random soul heart for free. I should just go into the curse room. I got so many hearts at this point. Plus I got 9 lives, so even if I do die, it doesn't even really matter that much. But I'd rather obviously not die, because I still have a red heart. And taking red heart damage will ruin my devil deal chances, and I'd rather not have that. But I ended up with more health there than I started with, due to getting 2 soul hearts out of a red chest. So far, this run's more or less just trying to let me win, and I appreciate that. Now, if this guy could open up, there we go. Man, it's really weird to see enemy health bars. Like, it's also fun to see them on, like, the statues and stuff, because you cannot reasonably damage them. Like, occasionally you'll have items like the sulfur tears and stuff that would definitely help out with destroying them, but that's really the only way you can damage them, so the health bar is a little bit unusual, I suppose. But that's fine. Plus, you can kind of see how these enemies work now by watching them slowly regain their health back. So there's a lot of little technical details that you're seeing because of it, and that's kind of nice. Plus Spider Mod, I think the name is based on an old like UI. I should have placed that bomb differently. Because it used to be that there was a thing called Spider Mod, and I think it was basically just literally a mod for the original Rebirth. I don't actually know if it was in Rebirth or the original Binding of Isaac, thinking about it. But I think it just showed off a whole bunch of extra information that was like from a streaming or video recording type of perspective. I think it added a lot, but I think they just added that perspective to the game now, so it's like, well, don't really need that anymore. But it's nice that they added the item. It's like a little homage. It's been a long time since I've had to think about Spider Mod. But here we are. I'm just gonna take this and re-roll it, I think. I'm gonna just buy this battery. I kind of want that battery, and after that I think I just want to run to the end of this seed as quickly as possible. Like, I kind of want to do the boss rush, because that's just one of those nice things to just get out of the way. And if I could do that, that would just be nice. Devil card is effectively useless because I got the Book of Belial. I don't have the battery yet, damn. For some reason I thought I had the battery suddenly, but I don't. Because the battery would have actually made it so that I would have instantly recharged the Book of Belial there, but because I don't, I didn't. So that was a bit of a silly move, but if I buy the battery, it will recharge it, and I did get 5 coins from that guy, so that's actually quite nice as well. So I can buy this, and now we're just gonna make a run for it, I think. Because we got a whole bunch of damage, and a whole bunch of health, so no real reason not to just try and go for it. Let's see where we are. We're in Flooded Caves too, so reaching the boss rush is definitely still possible. It would be nice to have some mapping. And with the Steam sale that we bought on the previous floor, shouldn't be impossible as long as we actually visit every shop, but it might be kind of a waste of time to look for the shop sometimes, so we'll just see how that pans out. But either way, if we don't get mapping, then hopefully we can still make it to the end of the depths too. And maybe the Hush as well, that would be nice. Just get those kind of things out of the way, but if not, you know, that's okay too. Maybe you should also look for my secret room, because Devil Deals will definitely improve this build. If I can get Guppy as well, like, that would be amazing. I'm also, like, thinking back to it, that was a really big Devil Deal as well. There were like 4 items in there, and that's... I haven't seen that in so long. There's just like so few Devil Deals that actually have that many items in it. Might as well use it here, because the 9-volt battery is adding that first tick to it, and having the remaining 2 ticks when you clear the room. There's really no reason not to use it in the big rooms. It's just nice. Stopwatch acting up as well. Look at that. 17 keys, might as well open my item room, I suppose. Sure, 20% chance not to take damage. This build is more or less just running itself, and that's just really... I appreciate that. Finding a shop immediately as well, what a day. Don't really have money, but fortunately this shop also doesn't really have items, so it worked out. Just looking for a bomb, actually, because I have no bombs, I've just realized. And if at any point... I mean, the odds are I'm not going to need that many bombs, but still, it would be nice to just have one somewhere along the line. Also, some enemies have kind of weird health bars as well, looking at it now. Because I feel like the worm that had like several segments but wasn't the boss didn't really have its health go down until it just died. So I don't know how that works. Certain things just work a little bit weird, I suppose. If I can duplicate this with Yara, or just get a shield for this room, that's also nice. Both would have been good. Stain. I'm actually gonna abstain from using my Book of Belial in case I get Krampus in the Devil Deal. Because my Devil Deal chances are pretty high. I got a good feeling about it. This dude's just spawning stuff, huh? That's a fun champion. Oh my god. It's a very difficult boss, okay? It's very impossible. Look at that. I actually got Krampus as well. What a day. It's unusual that a seed works with me this much, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Alright, so that's Head of Krampus. Might as well touch it. Because I actually don't remember if I have to touch the items as well, or if it has actually saved that to my save file. Because I think it did say I had like 400 or however many items. So I probably don't need to touch everything anymore, but, you know, just in case. Might as well touch the Head of Krampus. Now, if I could find a placebo, then this run's more or less invulnerable, but I also end up sacrificing a lot of damage. So I don't know if it's something I would actually want. But at the same time, it probably wouldn't hurt, right? That's a Curse of the Maze. Cool. That is my favorite thing. Also, we got some bombs back at least, so if we do run into a tinted rock or something like that, I can actually do something with it. Also, I can go to a secret room if I so desire, and that might actually be useful. I was about to say I might run out of money, but suddenly it just throws money in my face like that, so, you know. Am I really ever going to run out of anything during this seed? Perhaps not, especially when you get something like this along the way. Tempting to get the Bible, though, just for the sake of the 2020 transformation, but don't have the money for it. And also have no idea where my secret room would be. Because I was hoping it would be to the left over there, but it isn't. Due to the fact there's a bunch of rocks blocking the entrance over there. So that's a little bit of a concern, but it's okay. Pride, not really worth using the Book of Belial on, because, well, he's just walking left and right and then dies, so, you know, why not? I'm gonna keep the Sun card, because I would actually like to have a map on the next floor. Provided that I don't get, like, a Curse of the Lost or something like that, but if I can get a map on the next floor, I can definitely make it to the boss room in time, like, almost guaranteed. So I'm just gonna keep that for now. Happy that I managed to use my Balls of Steel pill at a time where I wasn't at max health. That's always nice. No idea where my item room could be, though. And it would be nice if it was on the way, but if it isn't, then I don't know if I should just keep going. Like, especially if I can get the map on the next floor, but there is still the risk of me being cursed. That's not great. Also, I might take this trinket, because I think 25 coins is probably enough. And occasionally the spider baby is gonna like add a status effect that's actually useful. So that's kind of nice. So I'm just gonna hope that this is gonna work out. I don't know if it's worth it, but maybe we'll also get like poison or something along the way. I'm getting a lot of keys even without that trinket. Would have definitely gotten a lot more keys over there, but there you go. Could still go back for the Bible, but it's a long way back for like a touch, you know? If I can get a Necronomicon in the Devil Deal, then I'll definitely consider it, but other than that, I don't think there's really any situation where I'd like to do that. Oops. Probably a good idea if I at least try to dodge stuff sometimes, though. Horf. Don't like this. Not a fun room. Not a fun room at all. Like, I'm at surprisingly low health. Like, I have more or less been face tanking a lot of stuff during this build. It's still... I would have hoped to be at a little bit more health at this point. So what are you gonna do? Sometimes you just don't feel like dodging and then you just die. Another one. Oh my god. Alright. We're gonna go for a walk. And I hope that we're gonna have a map on the next floor. Because this actually kind of seems worth it. My item room is almost certainly like over here, I would say. But this is a pretty large floor. I'm a little bit concerned that I'm gonna have to run for the boss on the next floor, but again, if we do have a full map on the next floor, then it's not too bad. Man, Cone has really like acting up. I definitely got hit by a lot of tears there. That's fine. This is actually alright. Might as well take that. A whole bunch of money. Not sure if it's gonna be worth to go to the shop on the next floor. I just ran into the fire. That's fine. Who needs health when you got tenacity? That's right. For 35 coins, I would say it's probably worthwhile to touch the Bible, but it was a walk. I'm gonna reroll this place once. Ladder. Yep. The ladder was worth it. Trust me. It's going to speed up everything significantly. So we have 2 minutes, effectively, to try and reach the boss on the next floor. It's a little tight, but not impossible if we know where we're going. Provided that the Curse of the Maze isn't going to just be stupid the whole time. There we go. 2 minutes. Not the best, not the worst. Let's go down.
The sun.
Look at that. Immediately going in the wrong direction, and it's a pretty damn big floor. Gonna blow up a couple shopkeepers here and then just run off again. Don't really need the coins. Great. Good room. Love this. Big fun. Big prizes. Okay. So with the Bookworm transformation, we will occasionally shoot 2 tears, and with these piercing tears as well. Like, that's a pretty solid combination, all things considered. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna bomb through this, but then the champion was looking at me funny and I got spooked. So I think I might as well use the Book of Belial. The nice thing about the timer is that it doesn't keep counting during those animations, so at least we got that time going on. And I think I will actually try to go to my item room real quick as well. Because it's like right here. And how difficult could it be to clear 1 extra room? Significantly more difficult than I would have hoped. Oh, sure. Oh my god, that doesn't help. Alright, let's just quickly redo this. The nice thing about re-entering a room is that all the champions become regular enemies. So it did go a little bit... Please. It did go a little bit faster, but I really don't have the time for this stuff, I suppose. All this extra damage is not going to help, especially during the boss rush either. The nice thing is that... Let's just quickly kill this room. If I die during the boss rush, then that's fine too. Because I have the dead cat, so it would just be a free item at that point. But still, it would be nice to not die. It would also be nice to actually reach it. And given the amount of time we have available, it's a little tight to kill Mom. I probably shouldn't have used that there. Book of Belial probably wasn't worth using there, but who knows? Yeah, this could be rough. You might just barely not make it because of it. Actually, my damage is really low. Yeah. Alright, never mind. Well, that's okay. We don't need a boss rush, but it would have been nice if we made it, given that I actually tried. But, what are you gonna do? Yeah, wow, my damage is bad, huh? I actually thought I had a lot more damage going into this than I did, but man. Like, even the Book of Belial, I don't know if it would have saved it. It's like a 33% damage increase or something like that. So that's there you go. This fight's terrible. If I had like a meat cube or something like that, it 100% would have like done it. Not checking the item room and shop almost certainly would have done it as well, because that was a pretty big detour in the end. Like, especially with that devil deal making me reset the room, but... That was a pretty rough champion to get as well, though. All in all, but that's okay. There's still Hush. And I'd say Hush is probably a little bit more tedious to try and do in a regular run. Having said that, doing Hush with this build is like the worst, so I don't know. Like, if we can get a good devil deal. The nice thing that the devil deal didn't open on the previous floor. So we do have a higher chance of getting a devil deal on this one. And hopefully that's going to lead to some good stuff. This is not really a room I ever want to deal with. Because I'm just really bad at dodging those guys for some reason. But fortunately with the stopwatch they become more or less ineffective, so... Second time around it's not too bad, but... Not a fun room. Not a fun room at all. Just gonna clear this out before dealing with the guy on the left. And onwards we go. But yeah, this is more or less how Judas runs go. It's pretty difficult at the start, and then somewhere along the line you get a lot of health, and that's why I'm currently at 3 hearts. Because I've been playing pretty like unsafe, which is a really good way to die. And it's also a reason why like doing runs like this where I just pick a random character are a little bit of a concern because you got you got characters that you can't do that with. And I'm curious how those runs are going to be, but we'll see. I'm actually gonna see if I can find my item room real quick because I wouldn't mind secret room rather, to see if I can increase my devil deal chance. But if it's not over here, I'm just gonna keep going. Yeah, right. I might actually explore a little bit more because the thing about not having done the boss rush is that we have a reasonably large amount of extra time to get the Hush, and it would actually be kind of nice if I can get a few more hearts, because my health is terrible. It's really, really bad, so looking for some extra stuff along the way to try to make things a little bit easier would be nice. Also, with Spider Mod, I guess you can actually see where this guy goes a little bit quicker, kind of. Plus the added creep that appeared to be under him. There's a tinted rock, like right here. Definitely overlooked it. Extra heart. Very good. Was it 1 heart or 2? I actually didn't see that properly. Looked like 2 though. But anyway. Wow, I was not paying attention. Did he shoot tears at me or something? Genuinely didn't see what hit me there. So I was looking at the left side of the screen. I was being a fool. Duplicate your red heart's pretty good when you have 1 red heart, so can't really do anything with that. And curious where my secret room is. There's definitely a lot of options. There's just a lot of rooms that don't have the walls blocked off, so that's always fun. It's a good way to spend bombs, but that's the way it is. Onwards we go. Like maybe over here. This seems like a place it could be. Nope. It's kind of a weird floor as well. Alright, it's over here. It's one of those rooms where it almost like points to it. And that's always appreciated. If there's anything interesting here, I'll take it. At least there's a shopkeeper. So that's cool. I don't think I want to look for more hearts, but at the same time, I kind of do. The thing is, like, there's just... it's a bit of a rough build. I don't want to fight Hush like this because my tear rate is terrible. My health is as well. And the combination of those two things is just going to have for like a really terrible experience when trying to fight Hush. So I'd rather have something that actually kills the boss. Like the piercing tears are definitely going to be very helpful during Hush. So there is that. Cool. Might have a soul heart in one of these poops. Item room's now appear in the womb. That's probably better than what I had. Like I'm so far to status effects, like at one point an enemy got shrunk, so that was kind of cool, but overall I think this is probably just a little bit better. It's not going to have any effect on this floor, but on the next one it will. So perhaps I can get one more item that increases my tear rate or something like that. Maybe something that just gives me a whole bunch of health. There's definitely some good items in there. Oh my god, that's actually worth taking. And it actually really was worth taking. Oh my god. Now I'm just a little bit of the predicament of, do I take the paw or do I take the Book of Belial? Because I think the paw is almost certainly better. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this. Because even though I'm gonna lack on the damage side of the Book of Belial and my 9-volt battery is now effectively useless, but getting, like every time I die now, I'm gonna like restart with 1 red heart from the dead cat. And being able to turn that into 3 soul hearts instead, like that's so strong. I can see forever. That would have been a good pill to have ages ago. Either way, I'm gonna run now because my time is running out. I've already spent like 5 minutes on this floor and there's still the next one, and I kind of want to try... Ah, that's great. Ah, that's so good. I kind of want to like try to find my item room on the next floor as well. And that's gonna take some time, unfortunately. At least with the stopwatch, this boss is a lot more manageable. But I honestly don't even know what attacks this boss has for the most part, because I didn't even know he shot like a Mr. Fred type tier that has like the red creep underneath it. But apparently, Matriarch does. There you go. Learning a lot. It's been a very good way to learn this run, but also I wouldn't mind having health somewhere along the line. And it's on me. Like I'm making my health go down. Would have liked a double deal there as well, but what are you gonna do? Just a whole bunch of poop, huh? Just quickly leave the room. Well, that's actually really, really good. I am actually really happy about that. Let's see. Let's see how quickly we can make it through this. It's actually worth blowing up that mirror as well, because we do have balls of steel in our pill pool, and we know what it looks like. At the same time, I have Curse of the Maze, and I will never ever enter a room the way I want to again. Balls of steel, look at that. And tears up as well. I think this still does stuff, yeah. Actually still effective. So, as long as I find the boss room, I can just kill the boss. That's fine. And oh, that's just very convenient. I was gonna say, then I can look for my item room afterwards as long as I just stay under the 30-minute mark, so I can still go into the Hush fight. But then the item room's just right here because I teleported there, thanks to Curse of the Maze being a friend for once. So that's just very convenient. Now I'm a little bit hoping that the Devil Deal... wow. Reroll those rocks. Yay. I'm hoping the Devil Deal is gonna give me something here, because this is a pretty much of a rough situation that we got going on. I don't really appreciate it that much. Because either the Devil Deal or the 2 items at Hush, and I guess the shop there as well, that could still be kind of good. Like 1 more Guppy piece is all that's required to make this build just really strong. But I do need to get that piece. At least we found the boss fight in time, so that's good. So we have plenty of time to make a choice here about what we actually want to do. Is there a secret room here? There is. There is Greed. Always fun. If we can get another Steam cell from this boss, very unlikely, but not impossible, I think. It is the way it is. Like, that would have been a nice way to get free items from the Hush store as well, but well. I'm keeping the Balls of Steel pill in case I want to, like, just get a whole bunch of stuff from the Devil Deal. That way, I'd rather just have more health on the next life. Because I could just sacrifice a life to try and get something cool here. We'll see if it works out. Might not. I'm not overly concerned about this boss fight at least, so there is that to consider as well. Once you fought Mom once, you fought her 100 times. That's not how that works, but I feel confident enough that we can get through this without taking too much damage. Although I guess I do need to actually not take damage, not look at my health situation if I want to, like, get several Devil Deal items. Unless I could just, well, yeah, I guess I could just use, like, the Balls of Steel pill after picking up an item as well, and then I could take another one. Like, there's definitely some options. That's a knife. That sure is a knife. Do I like knife during Hush fight? Not even remotely. Don't really need flight either, because that does effectively nothing. Well, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. We'll see if my plan works out or not. I got 41 keys, so at least I can open all these things. That's Guppy just there. That's the way it is. Another balls. Alright, yeah, okay. This build just became really stupid. Thanks to Balls of Steel. There's a Dark Bum there to give us even more soul hearts if we ever get. Alright, so we have flight. God, the lard is actually good right now, isn't it? Oh, that's a weird situation. Very unusual that lard is actually a good item, but here we are. Alright, so we're at full health. I'm just gonna take all of this as well. What is this pill? Range down. Alright. Yeah, lard's good because, once again, Guppy's Paw is just a really solid item. I can't believe we got Guppy from the golden chest, though. That's very, well, not impossible, but it's just very unlikely. I'm very appreciative for it because Guppy just makes the build so much better. But the fact that we also refilled all of our health, this is very nice. Sometimes the game's just nice, you know? It's one of those days. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, Hush is still Hush, so we're gonna be here for a minute just shooting, but, you know, that's okay. I'm just happy that we managed to get Hush crossed off the list immediately. I say as I'm still at the very start of the fight, but you know, I feel confident. The fact that we got a couple tears up pills as well, like that's just really nice. Also, we have the stopwatch, I guess. Also, we had a golden heart, so I got a whole bunch of coins. Like, that's not really, like, significant, but you know, it's nice. Nice to have 89 coins. I should actually put something in my donation machine, I guess, because I'm guessing that's entirely empty now as well. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't actually considered that until now, but that's a point. Given that we have 89 coins, I could probably put like a couple in there, like 2, maybe 3. Or maybe however many it allows. Which still could be 2 or 3, or like 100. It's hard to tell. One thing I think I can do is like put coins in the donation machine and then exit and continue and then put more coins into it. I don't know if that's a thing that still works. I don't know if exit and continue works or if I have to like Alt F4 and then restart the run. But I guess that's like a thing you could just always do during the Hush fight. If you, provided that you haven't done the Hush fight yet. Because if you Alt F4, it restarts the whole floor, I think. But I guess one thing I could do is like exit out, go back in, then put coins in the machine, Alt F4 and do that over and over again. Because I think it saves the amount of coins that you put in, but not whether or not the machine has crashed during that seed or something like that. Like, there's a bunch of ways that you can more or less just destroy the way that machine is supposed to work, but I think that's one of them. I think that is actually a thing you can do, but at the same time, I don't feel like bothering with that nonsense. It's not really worthwhile. I don't need 999 coins in it. So for me, it's effectively useless, but still, occasionally, when you're starting off a new save file, it can be nice to just have it done, you know? It's a really, really tedious part of a new save file to have to deal with, and I look forward to the next Isaac expansion just having 16 donation machines or something like that. Just infinite fun. Maybe there'll be like a heart donation machine that requires 999 hearts. Like something like that. That would just be the dream. Also, this part of the fight with stopwatch, it's probably my favorite thing in the whole universe. Like for one, there's just a wall of tears, and on the other side, he just never becomes damageable again. So it's just the combination of the best worlds. So here we are, back to dealing some amount of damage to Hush. Pretty exciting. Running into every single tier that has ever existed. And still feeling confident that I can win this fight, because I could just do this and whoop, we're back to full health. Look at that. It's like we never even took damage. What a day. Now to deal with this for the next 17 minutes and then we're done with this fight. I for one. Oh, look at that. We did it. We killed... Oof. That's a chest. I was kind of hoping that that wouldn't be a chest, if I'm brutally honest. So I never really noticed this pattern on the floor. I guess we're not going to the cathedral. Again, one of the nice things about having a save file that's not this one is that you can do stuff. But, you know, there you go. That's a decent amount of coins we managed to put in there. Well, I guess we're going to the void. Really no reason not to at this point. It would be nice if we can get a teleportation thing, because as much as I appreciate what my build is right now, I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit better for the Delirium fight. Because it is just a bit of a tedious one. But on the one hand, I was like, alright, after this I'm just gonna do Cathedral, do the chest, and if the Void Portal opens, then that's fine. So it's kind of annoying that we didn't get to do that, but at the same time, it's like the default thing, so I'm not really like overly bothered about the whole situation.
Excellent.
But still, I would have appreciated it if the thing was there, you know? Eh. But that's the deal. That's what you get when you sort of kind of start a new save file, but not really. It's part of the joy. And I'm hoping that at least having killed Hush and left that room, that counts as having seen the ending, but I don't know if it does. Unsure if it works that way, but we're gonna, I guess, learn the next time we fight Hush, and if there's just a thing there, again, if there's just a chest there when we kill Hush, I guess it doesn't work, but, well. That's the life. That's the life, you know. Alternatively, I probably could have just used like a save file editor. I don't know if those are still around for Afterbirth Plus, but I know that back in the day people would just use that to get all the achievements, and also get a save file they could use for like racing and stuff, but again, seeing as I'm talking about Isaac racing, I feel like I'm talking about a completely different lifetime, so I don't know how much those are still up to date these days. But it almost certainly would have been a thing I probably could have done, but honestly, I don't mind playing as the other characters from time to time. It's been a lot of Eden runs, and Eden is 100% my favorite character in the whole game. Just due to the fact that every run becomes different, you know? Yeah, I'm just gonna do some stuff here. Like, definitely my favorite character, but it is nice to, like, revisit some of the other ones from time to time, because how many times are you gonna play as Judas once you've done everything with him? It's definitely not my go-to character, just because he has one heart at the start, and it can be a little bit tedious to deal with, compared to most other characters. Brownie, again. Kinda hoping for bosses that we hadn't seen before, but I guess we could just do the same ones again. Some extra damage, not bad. Decent amount of damage as well. It says +1 damage and we got 1.5. I didn't know we had a damage multiplier, but I guess we do. Not sure what, but there you go. I'll take it, I guess, but just wasn't expecting it. So I'm just pretty pleasantly surprised by it. There is a key there. I'm not gonna pick it up. I don't care. Just gonna see if there's hearts in here. Not really taking damage so far, but you know, it would be nice. There could technically still be a boss in this direction. Seems reasonably unlikely, but it's starting to look less unlikely at this point, now that we've explored it a little bit more. I like that you can still see the damage numbers when you're shooting him with the shell down, and you'll still just not take any of the damage, but you know, it shows it. The game's trying. Ooh, quarter. I was running a little bit low on coins, so that was, that's my worries gone there. I'm just gonna keep going into boss rooms. That's just really good. It's another 3 soul hearts right there. The cage. At least we got the bad cage rather than the strong cage. There's a lot of strong cages, and then there's that one. Sensor. I thought that was an angel room item and not just a random one, but I guess I'll just take it. That's some more tier slowdown to go with our build, so really we're just getting pleasantly surprised throughout this whole run. How did this not open earlier? I don't know. I thought hematemesis, wow. I thought I had the I can see forever pill at that point already, but I guess I didn't. Death. Give me something cool, death. Please. That's fine. I'll take that. That's another half heart in my world. If I can find another eternal heart, that's another 3 soul hearts, so that would be nice, but I feel like the odds of that are fairly low. Not impossible, but low. The only other downside, I guess, with starting a new save file like this is that I really don't know what I should be going for in a lot of these ways. Like, there's obviously, like, getting the post-it, like, filled up again. But other than that, I don't know what I'm missing, and that's a bit of a tedious one. I don't know if that's going to bite me in the butt somewhere along the line. Why is this not opening? I can see the thing on the map there. What is that on the map there? Didn't I already enter a secret room? I guess it was a super secret room. Yeah, fair enough. It's weird. Did I not have the eye? Yeah, I 100% saw the super secret room open, so I didn't... Is it because Super Greed was in there? Is that why it didn't open? I'll accept that as an answer, but I'm just surprised I didn't know it worked that way. I've never really thought about it until now, but I guess that wouldn't be the strangest thing in the world, because you can't bomb into a closed door with a mini-boss behind it either. Like a regular door, not a secret room door, so I guess, you know, it could be possible. It lives. Again, another boss that we've already seen this run, but fair enough. At least this time we have Guppy, so it's significantly faster than the previous time. That would be nice. I mean, this could be good if Hush just goes really bad, or Delirium rather. I could... actually, I could just take the damage. Because that item just gives you, like, pretty decent followers usually, provided that you take damage. So I could just, like, tank a whole bunch of stuff and just pick up all the soul hearts afterwards. How many hearts are on this floor? Like, let's say like 4 or something. I'm just gonna chill here for a second. See if we can get a follower that way. The nice thing about those enemies is that they just sit around and wait for you to walk away from them, so you can just hug them for a moment. Didn't actually get anything from that, but you know, there's still actually a surprisingly large amount of health still on this floor, so... Plus, if I get into a void delirium fight, whatever it's called, I guess there's that. Temperance, that's just really nice. That's definitely gonna have its uses. Yeah, I'm just gonna tank some stuff here and see if I can maybe get a follower somewhere. There's still some stuff just hiding all over the place here. Plus, starting to stopwatch every single room is just a great way to really enjoy the music in this place as well. So there is that as well. As well. You I will not tank. Wow, Conehead, thanks. This thing about Conehead is that it's just super strong sometimes. 20% of the times, I'd say, given the description that the mod gave us. But Conehead plus Mask of Infamy is just dumb. Because they both, I feel, apply... I would guess more than 20%. Like, if it's actually 20%, like, fair enough, but not what I would have expected as the number to be. Let's just take one more. We can probably get some of that health back. Surprised we didn't even get a follower at this point, because I've taken a lot of damage. But, I don't know. I'm sure we'll get something. Get to see that effect? That's a rare one. I mean, it's not that rare if you go it frequently, I suppose, and have difficulty finding delirium, but still. Wasn't expecting it. Shouldn't have picked up those 2 hearts there, but I did. You'll take that. Turn into a sword. Thank you very much. Now, I'm still tempted to just go into every single boss room. I know I skipped the one to the bottom there, so if delirium's waiting for me there, that's fair enough. But if I was figuring, if I found one more somewhere along the line, I would have just accepted it and just done the fight. I mean, I don't really have a choice, I suppose. But as it stands, I'm just going in the wrong direction. I'm gonna just grab some soul hearts here. Maybe if there's any left at the end, I'll take a little bit more damage from like bombs or something. Man, this is a long way around, huh? I was kind of unaware of how big this floor actually was. I'll just take this one. And then I'll probably just use Yer on the last one. I don't think I have a way to drop consumables during the fight. To my knowledge, I don't have something like Gimpy or something like that, so it's like, nah. That's 2 soul hearts. So let's just take 2 more hits of damage from bombs. I said take 2 more hits of damage. There we go. Nice thing about 20% chance is that it always happens when you don't want it to. It's a consistent effect when it comes to anything with a chance-related thing. Usually happens when you're not quite ready for it, but you know. I'll accept it. At least Delirium was nice enough to be the last boss on this floor, so there is that as well. I should be fairly appreciative. But it would have been nice if the Carrion, whatever it's called, actually gave us a thing. But we could still get a couple from the Delirium boss fight. So we'll see. Perhaps we will not need it, but there is still that follower that more or less just duplicates your tears. I believe it's called Incubus or something like that. And it would be nice to get something like that during this fight. Just speeds it up a little bit, you know? Ah, yes, the Matriarch on the Delirium fight. That's just a wonderful combination of 2 things I don't know how to deal with very well. But so far it's working out. Stopwatch during any boss fight is usually just ridiculous. Having said that, I'm not sure how much I love stopwatch when you're supposed to dodge tears as well. Like if the tears can't reach you, which they won't in a room the size like this, it's not too bad. But just having a wall of tears that you can't really get around, like that's pretty tedious. But at the same time, we're dealing so much damage that it doesn't really matter what we do at this point. I could just turn all my hearts into soul hearts and then we'll have the Polaroid effect as well, but I can also just keep it as an extra 6 hearts. Like I saw the Mask of Infamy once again just blocking a tear there. Orbitals would have actually been really nice during this run. It's like an extra defense type item, but we seem to be doing fine without it. So I'm not too overly concerned about the whole thing. God, man, the sucking attack is actually quite powerful when he's all wacky like this, because it just put me in there. Wasn't ready for it at all, and suddenly I was floating towards him. But that's okay. A lot of feet. Could appreciate a few less if possible. But I'm just gonna hold attack to the left until this fight is over, I think. There we go. So that was a pretty decent run number 1 in terms of new random character win streak shenanigans, I would say. Would have liked to do the cathedral and the chest, but that's just the way it is. We're just gonna be happy with what we got. And there you go. That is win streak at 1 again. It's a shame I couldn't continue the previous win streak, but that's just the way it is. I couldn't figure out a way to load my save file for the life of me, and I tried for a long period of time. So we're just gonna have to do this. But at least we got ourselves a bloody crumpled post-it, showing that we have defeated Hush and the other one, Delirium. Keep forgetting their names. And there you go. That's just what it's gonna be for a while now, until I get bored and just start doing Eden runs. We do have an Eden token now, so I could just change my mind and go back to Eden after this, but I don't know. I'm kind of digging this, so hope you all do too. Hope you're all having a good day. Hope to see y'all next time for run number 2. Bye-bye.